Well, you have to go back to February 2000 for the last time Fulham and Charlton met in English football's second tier. But tonight they finally meet once more at Craven Cottage in our live game this evening from the Sky Bet Championship. And with Scott Parker and the rest of his team and the teams gathering in the tunnel. Let's hear on the match from the two men in charge. Firstly, Bob Peters has been speaking with Jonathan Oates.
You've surprised people this season. You said yourself no one would have expected you to have 22 points at this stage. Has that been important for you, proving people wrong?
I'm not here to prove people wrong. I'm here to get the best as possible out of my squad. I think at this moment we're doing a good job.
They're not going to give us anything. We're going to have to work very hard for anything we can get tonight. You know, only just lost their unbeaten start to the season, so they're a good, solid, well-organised side, and we're going to have to be really on top form to get something out of this game. But I'm very confident and happy that we'll do that.
Kit Simons came in, he turned everything around, and it's going to be a very tough game. And I think we always played our best games against the top teams, and the teams who are at this moment bottom of the league, they gave us hard times. It's not going to be different today because Fulham, they were in the Premiership last season, so still going to be a good crowd, and it's still a good team with people like McCormack, Ruiz, who can clinch the game at any moment, and that's what we need to be aware of.
Good luck to you.
Well, the Charlton players finally beginning to arrive. We understand late sock change means a late arrival, but we're pretty much set to go. Can Fulham pull themselves out of the bottom three for the first time since late August, or can Charlton take themselves up into the top three? Let's find out with Gary Birtles, and first Gary Weaver.
Thank you, Simon. A London derby on the banks of the famous river that cuts a swathe through the capital. This was a place where dreams came true, where Fulham lived the high life. They stood amongst the giants of English football, and they may not have worn the Fulham shirt, but Fulham fans saw some of the greatest footballers on the planet leave their mark on this pitch. As Cristiano Ronaldo, Luis Suarez, Gareth Bale all strutted their stuff here. But they are just memories now. The Premier League flag has been lowered. The glitz, the glamour have gone. They are on the Premier League scrap heap, and the Championship doesn't offer a shoulder to cry on. It's a brutal, harsh, unforgiving landscape that doesn't care about reputations. It can swallow up the biggest of clubs. But those that were the Fulham colours come here with hope now, after an awful start to the season. Charlton are in fine battle, a fabulous start to their campaign. Plenty of draws, fine margins, but they are up there and they are looking upwards, Gary.
They certainly are, and you think, well, why are they hesitating to get things sorted out? Things turn round, and it just makes you think football's full of surprises. Maybe we're not surprised to see the length of time it's taken to get those decisions right.
Scott Parker leading the meet and greet up against his former club here this evening. A club that is still firmly in his heart and soul. So let's take a check on the teams then. And Kit Simons has a front three that can wreak havoc in the Championship. Brian Ruiz has a calm head in the chaos and has been given a chance again under Simons. If he is on his game, then he can take this league by storm. Ross McCormack was the Championship's main man for goals last season with 28. He cost £11 million and is playing a little bit differently, looking to create a bit more for others. Scott Parker is the glue which holds this team together. He's faced his old club 4 times, but hasn't won any of them. Charlton Athletic are without their leading man, Igor Vetekele, who's injured, which is a massive blow for them. So Romanian George Sukadian, who once plied his trade for Dinamo Bucharest, leads the line here. They've been solid defensively thanks to the signings of experienced duo Tal Ben Haim and Andre Piqué. Keep an eye out for Greenwich-born Jordan Cousins. He's been out on the left wing for most of the season so far, but this is where the 20-year-old likes to play. Fulham have another former Leeds striker, Matt Smith, amongst their squad tonight, while 17-year-old Patrick Roberts is one of the rising stars here. Icelandic international Johan Berg Gudmundsson is amongst Charlton's backup. Scott Parker left Charlton a decade ago, but he still has them close to his heart. How influential can he be here this evening?
Well, when you get relegated from the Premier League and you're one of the favourites to go straight back up, you need really good characters and leaders in the dressing room to unite everybody after that disappointment. And you couldn't wish for a better man than Scott Parker to do that. A really good pro and an excellent leader on the pitch.
Well, Charlton Athletic have a fearsome duo at the heart of their back line. They've conceded less goals than Watford, Wolves and Nottingham Forest, amongst others. Andre Biquet and Tal Ben Haim are the duo at the heart of Charlton's back line.
Well, when you've only conceded 12 goals so far this season, you must be doing something right at the back. And then BK and Ben Haim, you have two strong centre-halves, have a really good understanding. They're no-nonsense defenders who don't try and be too clever. And having played with some excellent centre-halves in my time, I know how much that can lift the team.
Part 8 of Kit Simon's job interview. He can't unpack his stuff just yet. The office is not yet his. But win this, and his name may just be on the door.
In this evening's Sky Bet Championship match between Charlton and Fulham.
So the team from south of the river arrive in the affluent suburb of West London. Charlton Athletic know just how Fulham are feeling, having had the Premier League badge ripped off their shirts 7 years ago. But things are looking up for the proud club from the Valley. Fulham to get the ball rolling here. Keith Stroud, the man in the middle. He enjoys his Friday night football at the moment, Keith Stroud. Fulham attacking the end of this famous ground on the banks of the Thames, and that's the first test for Andre Biquet. Biquet again, it's dropped here to Brian Ruiz. Now it's Rodallega. Trying to trick his way through, wasn't tripped. That's Stapalidis. Relegation can leave clubs feeling empty and desolate. Some never recover. And Fulham are on the floor. The river had run dry, but Kit Simons has revived them. He's got them back on their feet. Now you can feel it around here. This place is alive again.
That's why you wonder why they're not making that decision to give him the job. The record's good, the players are playing for him.
It's McCormack looking for Rodallega. Does have a good lead. It's dropped towards Brian Ruiz. Henderson gets to it for Charlton.
Oh, what a good start from Fulham. Very positive on the front foot from the first whistle. And there's the ball just hung up there. Defender inadvertently puts it towards his own goal. The goalkeeper just claws it away. Henderson does a good job.
That's Frank Musa. A chance for Charlton to bring the big man from the back forward with this corner kick.
This is where you want the quality to be good. Early in the game, your first set piece, you have players who can dominate in a situation like this. You want to give them the opportunity to do that.
Andre Biquet has scored from one corner already this season, a right-footed volley. He's trying to lose his man in the middle. It goes towards Biquet, that same manoeuvre.
Well, it wasn't the greatest corner in the world. Those sort of corners often cause confusion. It's come right from the central area. There's a lot of players not even watching the ball here. And probably anybody but your centre-half you'd have wanted on the end of that.
Well, that's exactly the same routine which paid off against Wolves earlier this season when Biquet met the ball flush on the volley with his right foot and found the top corner.
You're trying to tell me they're playing for a centre-half to volley it in the top corner. All right, I'll buy that one.
Zucchedian. Stapalidis. That's to Marcus Bettinelli. And by his own admission, wouldn't have been given his chance had Fulham not fallen off the edge of the cliff in the Premier League.
It's always about attitudes when you get relegated from any division. No good feeling sorry for yourself when you go down a division. It doesn't get you back in contention to get yourself promoted. And Fulham did have a hangover at the start of the season. Mind you, 3 managers last season doesn't help.
Zucchedian looking for Laurie Wilson, tidied up by Stapalidis. Here's Brian Ruiz. Spent the second half of last season on loan at PSV Eindhoven. He's back in from the cold. It was almost in the ice age, it was so cold. But Fitzsimons has brought him back. He's using he and Rodallega and McCormack only started training together a few weeks ago.
And that gives players a massive lift. If they haven't been in contention before and have been isolated a wee bit, and given the opportunity, they want to shine. They want to come back and prove a point.
Talented Laurie Wilson, who gives everything for Charlton Athletic, winning that header. And here's Musa. Musa taking aim.
Possibly could have gone to his right again there, a lot of space. Chose to go for glory. Play the ball, go wide there, he's got men over. It's a bad angle, it's off balance when he hits it.
Playing the support role to George Sukadian tonight. No Igor Vetekele. That is a massive miss for Charlton. 6 goals already this season. And he's come in and worn that Charlton shirt with pride so far.
Yeah, 6 goals in the league as well. But they've got to overcome that. Players have got to come in and replace that sort of quality.
McCormack looking to quicken things up. Referee happy with the challenge by Cousins. There's Chris Solly, one of those who's come through the Charlton Youth Academy. Since the start of last season, 7 players have started at Charlton from that Youth Academy, but they're in trouble here. And this is Ross McCormack. McCormack, an acute angle, and fired off the bar, and in. Scott Parker still has Charlton in his heart and soul, but he has just struck at the heart of his old club.
Well, it looked like the chance had gone then when McCormack's first touch was a little bit heavy, but he was the man who started this. You watch this. He intercepts this ball, he reads it beautifully, and he bombs on, and he does what Musa didn't. He played it wide. There's the heavy touch, but it's a brilliant ball back in there by McCormack. He knew his first touch had let him down, but it didn't worry him too much. He just put it back into an area he knew somebody could attack. And Parker carries on his run and just belts it off the underside of the bar. But that all started. I talked about his influence before the game. That just shows you what influence he has. The interception, the surge forward, the ball to McCormack, and then getting back in there to put that ball in the roof of the net. Excellent.
Fitzsimons working his magic again.
Well, you just saw the difference at the other end when Musa had that chance. He had the opportunity to play it wide. He shot from distance. Parker, experience, didn't.
Here they come again. Rodallega finding Ross McCormack. McCormack, the block. Experience there, Tal Ben Haim making sure that McCormack didn't manage to threaten Henderson's goal.
Well, for a team that have defended so well in the early parts of the season, he won't be very happy with what he saw there. Bob Peters, it was far too easy. The ball was given away, although give credit to Scott Parker for seeing that chance of interception.
There's Musa. Now Laurie Wilson. This is Solly. Sukadian is offside.
Oh, there's a little moment there where the Fulham defenders thought that flag wasn't going up. You see the ball played there, and it's, dear me, how tight is that? Oh, dear me, there the flag goes up, even though that short. One of the tightest ones you'll see.
Chance now for 20-year-old Jordan Cousins to run. He's tried to slip it through for Sukadian. He was a goal scorer against Bolton during the week. This is a role which he relishes. He's been out on the left-hand side of Charlton's midfield so far this season for the majority of it. This is where he likes to try and take care of business at the heart of their midfield.
He's sure from that surge forward that he's prepared to do those things. It's been a good response from Charlton Athletic, behind so early. That's when you find out about your players as a coach. Things have been going so well, one defeat, go behind early, you want to respond quickly, and I've certainly seen a little bit of that, Peters.
That was risky from Henderson, who wasn't too happy with Andre Piquet.
Goalkeepers always blame everybody else.
He speaks a former defender as well as a striker.
What are you trying to say there? We never blamed anybody. We just got on with it.
There's the Bulgarian, Nikolai Bodjarov. Lovely feed from Brian Ruiz, and again. Brilliant from Fulham. Christensen. Now it's Hugo Rodallega. Surrounded Rodallega. Managed to get himself out of a tight spot. Scott Parker. Parker again.
Well, sometimes he is a little bit unselfish. I think that was an opportunity there to pull the trigger, get a shot away, and he'll be delighted with what he's seeing. It's great to watch from Fulham at the moment. Move the ball quickly, 1 and 2 touches, that's what you want, that's what destroys oppositions. The longer you hold on to the ball, the easier it is to get closed down.
There's Bodjarov. Now it's Byrne. The rain has arrived back in West London. Give the pitch extra zip. To Gadir. Charlton are trailing, but they hadn't even dreamed of a start like this in the Championship. They were expecting to be looking over their shoulders, but they can see the bright lights of the Championship summit. Managed to turn this around. They will go level on points with second place Watford, and that wasn't expected. But they have their work cut out here. Decent ball and repelled for now by Ben Haim. It's McCormack. Now it's Rodallega. Kid Sirens, the caretaker manager, with the golden touch, has got Fulham breathing fire again. They have taken firm control of this game.
It's an absolute delight to watch at the moment, the way they're moving the ball. Watch it there, 1 and 2 touches, the ball's played in first time. He thinks he's done okay there. McCormack, it's a decent touch and volley. Keeper makes a cracking save, but that's where strikers come alive. I mean, that's decent defending, but look at McCormack, takes his time, hits the target, good save, but Rodallega expected it to come back to him there, just waiting for that opportunity to pounce, and just calms himself, doesn't try and hit it too hard, just hits the target, but the build-up to that was absolutely superb again.
Well, the only thing that's gone wrong for him so far tonight is trying to zip that coat up.
Well, I'd leave it up if I were him, dear me.
Charlton just have to try and clear their heads here and try and stay in this game, because here come Fulham again, and they are hungry for more. Brian Ruiz.
14th minute of the game, look at this. 6 attempts between the two. And there you see the important one, 3 on target. 2 of those goals. Excellent start by Fulham. Got so much ability in that final third, Fulham.
And they are playing with a of swagger. They are enjoying themselves out there, in complete contrast to a few weeks ago. This is Brian Ruiz stroking the ball around, looking for Rodallega.
Well, had the rain not come down, that might have been all right. You're going to have to play the ball to feet more now with the surface getting wetter. There's always a man available. There's always men coming towards the man with the ball at his feet, which is so important. It's dragging Charlton all over the place at the moment. Well, as you'd expect, the home team clearly in front in terms of possession. And they've made that possession count. That's the important thing.
That's Fox. No Royce Wiggins here for Charlton tonight. The #1 left back. They're also without Bynes as well, their central midfielder, as well as Rodallega. So they're having to cope with all these injuries right now and the suspension of Bynes.
When you haven't got the biggest squad, those moments can hurt you. Came back there to get that ball. McCormack coming into his own half. It's just to get defenders guessing, dropping a little bit deeper, creating a gap behind him. Somebody else can run into it.
Solly in trouble, and this is Kavanagh. Staphylidis. Scott Parker. This is Hoagland, who's scored a couple already this season. Ruiz with the elaborate flick.
Well, it looks like Charlton at the back are struggling a wee bit. It's because of the movement of the front players for Fulham. When your movement's good, defenders have to go with you. And when they go with you, gaps open up.
There's Bulow. Cousins. It's Charles Ben Haim. Experience in the Premier League. Knows this part of West London pretty well as well, having played with Chelsea. Experience in the Champions League as well, told Ben Haim, and that's why he and Andre Biquet in tandem. We spoke about it. It's a surprise that Charlton have been rocking at the back.
It is a surprise. They're switching the play so quickly and so well, though, for them.
It's Cousins with a big shout from Marcus Bettinelli, who's a really good communicator. You can often hear his voice booming out.
That's what I love to hear from goalkeepers. We're up on the gantry and we can hear him saying keeper from where we are. That's excellent.
Brian Ruiz, there's Rodallega. Hoagland.
The problem Charlton are having as well is that position Ruiz is playing, just behind the front two, behind Rodallega and McCormack. Who picks him up? Does somebody want to drop back from midfield and pick him up, or does some of the centre halves go? Very difficult when he drops into that pocket of space.
Cousins looking for Bulow. That's Fox. Simon just put a smile back on the face of these players, these people. Now has to impress the five-man committee that's responsible for naming a new manager. Amongst that committee are Brian McBride, Danny Murphy and Niall Quinn.
I think the mind should be made up rather tonight. It stays as it is at the moment.
This is Bodgerov. Hoagland, seen off by Johnny Jackson. This ball from Parker. Here's Rodallega. Hoagland, who was a scorer at the Bernabeu in the Champions League during the Schalke days. Albeit it's a deflected shot, but they all count.
He's got himself 4 this season already as well.
Tim Hoagland again. There's down Burn to Parker. To Brian Ruiz. Strong on play from Cousins. Rodallega, McCormack, space on the far side for Stapalidis. Here he is. This is Musa. Now Bulo, Fox on the outside. Sukadin in the middle, dangerous ball, well cut out by Byrne. A moment of promise for Charlton Athletic, and bundled over the bar by Bettinelli.
Well, they haven't seen many moments of promise, but this certainly was one of them. First time they've got on the front foot. It's a decent ball in. That's brilliant defending as well. Full stretching. That's the panic button was hit there by Hoagland. It's a cracking ball in there, but look at that full stretch. Fabulous defending.
Man-to-man marking from Fulham. BK again trying to lose his man. They've lost just one game so far this season in the Championship. That was last week at Bournemouth. They've been drawing games in fine margins. They'll have a mountain to climb in this one.
Well, losing at Bournemouth, quite a few teams will do that this season. They're very, very strong at home.
Musa. It's Morgan Fox. He's played the ball straight to Rodallega, and this could be trouble for Charlton Athletic. Rodallega looking to make the right decision, but he didn't. Christensen is fouled by Jackson. The referee, Keith Stroud, waving play on, and Ruiz doesn't make the right decision either.
Rodallega went the wrong way, should have gone to his left.
By Ruiz, just behind McCormack. Bulo. There's Solly. Now Bulo once more, moving away from Parker. Laurie Wilson, Bulo again. Johnny Jackson screaming for it, Christensen in the way. Start the season playing some dazzling football, Charlton Athletic, but in the last few weeks it's been more about the defensive solidity, rolling with the punches and still coming up with the points. Problem here for Johnny Jackson. Cuts above his eye.
That's a bad one. The referees stopped it.
He's the captain of Charlton Athletic. Important cog in the wheel for them in that midfield area. Bob Peters will want to get him back on the pitch as soon as possible.
Yeah, we'll give him the opportunity to maybe have a word with one or two of his key players out there.
Charlton down to 10 for now, and that's Stefanidis trying to pick out Rodallega. Brewster has just dropped into the heart of the Charlton midfield to cover the absence of Jackson. Here is Musa. Now it's Fox. Fired at Sukadian.
A little bit too fierce. He used to like to receive the ball pretty quick to the feet, but that was around hip height. Makes you react when they ping it to you.
Still no Johnny Jackson as of yet for Charlton. They are short-handed and Fulham looking to cash in. Brian Ruiz. Christensen finding Rodallega. Ruiz. Costa Rican international again.
Should have gone left. I believe this is in acres of space over there. Just keep going back to the right-hand side. He's desperate for it. Still nobody's seen him.
I'm not sure if he's the invisible man. Oh, they found him now.
Yeah, I think you see the crowd have appreciated it as well. They saw him. It's too late. He was in acres of space 2 or 3 times.
Johnny Jackson patched up, is ready to come back on. In the meantime, this is Bodgerov for Fulham, who are comfortable in this game. Bodgerov. There's Scott Parker. Stefanidis again, free on that far side. This is McCormack. Still no Johnny Jackson yet, but he will be way back on now.
This is the reason he's got that bandage on. There was nothing there at all. Just a little accidental clash there.
A glancing blow off the back of the head from Lasse and Christensen. Sukadian.
The difference at the moment, Fulham making the right decisions around the box, Charlton not. Gets it there, he gets it stuck in his feet there, can't really get the power, but he's got 2 teammates to his left-hand side. Chose not to use them.
Well, he's struggled with the physicality of the championship by his own admission so far, George Sukadian. With a big part, though, in that win against Bolton on Tuesday at the Valley.
I think it's the frenetic nature of the championship, isn't it? Just hustle and bustle, box to box. It's not always easy to get into that groove.
That's the Bulgarian international, Nikolai Bodgerov, looking for Rodallega, who's offside.
Oh, we always say when it's 2-0, the next goal is vitally important. It's obvious. I think you can see now that it is. If Fulham get it, you say, right, the game's over. But if Charlton get back into it, you feel they'll grow in stature and confidence and might just put Fulham under a little bit of pressure.
Andre Piqué, who impressed during a trial at Charlton in the summer. Manager says he has to keep in his ear to keep him sharp. Sigurdsson. There's Christensen. Sigurdsson again for Charlton. Boulot swept away by Christensen. Charlton, they well have feared the worst after the start they've made, but they've found their feet in this game. Rodallega trying to hold up Andre Piqué, and there's Parker again, making that run forward from midfield. Jackson's after him. Jackson gets it.
Give him the free kick now. I think he should have released it here, maybe put it in the box just as he gets past, looks up, had the chance to put it in there. Yeah, he pulls him down, clearly goes through him. Don't know what they're moaning about. It's a free kick.
Charlton present against Charlton past.
Why McCormack's out there, you know, goal scorer like him, comes alive in the box, wanting to take the free kick. Get yourself in the box, get yourself a goal.
Well, he's always done it. He's looking to try and hit one of these men here. Dan Burn is one to watch here for Charlton. Big centre-half who scored the late equaliser against Rotherham on Tuesday. Waiting for his moment to pounce and towering above Ben Haim there. In it goes, and it was headed just wide. Hoagland.
Well, he'll be disappointed with himself there, you can see that. It's a decent delivery. Look at that. It's a really free header, just hit the target here. Tries to place it too perfectly in that corner. A big gap there. If you just hit that far post, you get yourself a goal.
Great Super Sunday on the way on Sky Sports. All kicks off at Turf Moor. Burnley against Everton, 12:30, Sky Sports 1. And then Louis van Gaal reunited with Jose Mourinho. Manchester United against Chelsea, 3:30, Sky Sports 1, live from Old Trafford. Fans just singing there, Kit Simons, we want you to stay, so many of them are giving him their seal of approval.
Oh, you look at what's happened at Leeds United. Neil Redfern did an excellent job. They changed the manager and they haven't won a game since.
Yeah, I think that may be the one worry of Kit Simons, is that Neil Redfern didn't get that job. That's Boulot. Needs to try to make something of it. Match drive for stride by Bodgerov.
Oh, we talked about the attacking prowess of Fulham. I think we've seen in defence as well. They look pretty solid at the moment. Taking no chances.
Christensen. Picked up by the ever busy Ross McCormack, looking for Christensen again. It's a good challenge from Fox.
Tell you what, it had to be as well. Going to switch the play there. Charlton were in big trouble.
Now it's Stapalidis. Tom Ben Haim, not the best clearance from him. There's McCormack.
Oh, that fell to Christensen. Why didn't he hit it first time?
Brian Ruiz trots over to take this corner kick.
Oh, you wouldn't believe it, would you? 35 minutes gone and only the first corner for Fulham.
Zonal marking from Charlton. Goes into that near post and safely held by Stephen Henderson.
Well, that's the one place there wasn't a white shirt, that near post. I don't know why.
Charlton Athletic started the season looking over their shoulders. They just wanted to stay out of danger, no dramas. Not expecting to be where they are right now in the table. If they do stay up there, then their ambitions and their targets will change. Stapalidis, the Greek international again. There's Bodgerov. Widened the pitch here, it's Christensen, repelled by BK. Bodgerov getting the better of Sukadin, but illegally so.
It was a decent little battle, that. They were both at it there. I think that should have been allowed to go on. At the end, a little bit of shirt, but I think before that, they were both tumbling when he got the shirt. Want to see those battles allowed to go on.
Stapalidis stepping in. There's Musa. All of Fulham's good work under Kit Simon so far. They're still in a relegation zone, which shows you how far back they were. They've won 3 of the last 5 coming into this, but they're still in that drop zone. 1 goal difference from Birmingham. Sukadian's down on the far side.
Taken level with Millwall on 14 points if they win tonight. Millwall in 18th. This is all the referee blown up. Oh, I'm not so sure that's on purpose. That's, for me, that's accidental, unfortunate. It didn't look very pleasant.
For 1 there for the 23-year-old, and the last thing Charlton need with Vetikele being out injured is another injury in that department.
Bob Peters having a word with BK, trying to get his points across.
Well, he strikes me as a man, but if he talks to you, you listen.
Well, I saw him walk out and sit in the stand before the game, and I thought, I wouldn't like to pick you up from corners. He'll pass him on to somebody else.
Yeah, he used to be a striker during his playing days, Bob Peters. He knows South London really well, having spent a couple of years at Millwall. He'll be happy that this striker here, Sukadian, is back on the pitch.
Well, if he wasn't used to the physicality before, that little incident won't help him either, will it? These are the difficult ones for assistants to give when the ball travels a long way. Diagonal pass. There it is. And look how close again that is. When that ball was played, he could just have been onside. Looked on clearly offside when the ball lands, but that distance is the worst one for an assistant to give.
Musa looking to link up with Jackson. Sukadian. There's Solly. Now Laurie Wilson. He had too many moments to shine in this game so far. Goalkeeper in no man's land and gets away with it.
Well, it really baffles me why goalkeepers in the modern day game all want to fly off the line at the slightest little incident coming their way. Look, he comes, wants to come, sees he can't get there, and he gets lucky. Stay on your line, let your defenders deal with it.
Andre Biquet, watched by Bodgerov. And towards Biquet again at that near post. Christensen. Andre Biquet taking charge and hooked away by Rodallega.
Massive presence in the opposition box. Andre Biquet, so strong and powerful, difficult to stop when he gets a run on you.
Commanding from Staphalidis. There's McCormack. Byrne. Hoagland. Rodallega has been left in a heap after that challenge by Ben Haim.
Again, there didn't look anything untoward in that. Something on the back of his neck by the look of it. Full stretch there, just gets a knee, didn't he? Accidentally in the back of the neck. And he knew straight away he caught him. He was at full stretch there, and he watched the knee come in the back. There, straight in the back. He held his hand up straight away, realised that it caused a problem. Well, he's the man who set the ball rolling in fantastic fashion. You watched him drive here, plays the ball there. Cormac's first touch lets him down, but he carries on, Scott Parker, expecting that ball to come back into the danger area. And there, look at the control by McCormack, gets his shot away, decent save, but calmness personified by Rodallega. One touch and just dispatches it with real ease.
You know, Alan Kirbishley's big regret in football is having to sell Scott Parker in 2004. They were 4th in the Premier League at the time, Charlton. He thinks they would have been banging on the Champions League door if Parker hadn't have gone. Only had 3 or 4 days to find a replacement for him, so couldn't spend the money.
No, when you lose a player of that class and that quality at that time, it's not good for a manager. But it's out of your hands if they need me and you need money at the football club. And these sort of things happen, unfortunately.
There's Cousins. BK almost put tall Ben Haim in trouble.
Calm under pressure.
This is Solly. Jordan Cousins. Fox is on his way on this near side. Now Cousins again. Greenwich born, used to go and watch Charlton as a 10-year-old. Zikadir moving the ball on. Staphalidis wins that battle.
Just that final ball let them down. They moved it quite well, kept possession well. Just can't really muster any sort of threat at the moment to make Bettinelli make a save.
Well, they are on 22 points. It took them 22 games to hit that target last season. There's Frank Musa. Charlton just looking for a moment of magic to get themselves back in this. Now it's Fox. Musa.
He just has too many touches on the ball, Musa. You watch when Fulham go forward, it's all 1 and 2 touch.
This is Wilson. Manages to beat everybody there from Laurie Wilson, who is better than that.
Yeah, I'm sure he is, but only a couple of players in the box there, nobody in real decent positions.
He's not had too many bad moments so far this season, Bob Peters, but a big half-time team talk is on the way from him. Martin O'Neill in town watching this, maybe having a look at Sean Kavanagh.
He could play as well, by the way. Enjoyed many a season with that gentleman.
This is Bulow. Sobered up for Bulow.
There's no real conviction behind that shot. Got into a good position, then seemed to pull out of it at the last minute. In two minds.
Just need more quality in that final third, Charlton Athletic. Additional minutes.
There will be a minimum of 3 minutes additional time to be played.
Blistering start made by Fulham. Goals from Scott Parker and Hugo Rodallega. Since then, Charlton have steadied themselves. Henderson telling BK to get out of the way.
They've steadied themselves, but Fulham are still not impressive going forward. Impressed with McCormack. He's not scored, but he had the hand in that goal for Rodallega. The control he had there. The shot he got away. I think his first touch has been absolutely excellent. When it's played to him, it sticks.
Ryan Ruiz hunting down Henderson. Well, Ross McCormack, by his own admission, has been playing a different kind of role so far this season, looking to try and create more. He was always playing on the shoulder last season.
It's like the way he comes towards the ball. He gives the midfield real good option. Because his touch is so good, he can bring them back into it straight away. There's a real unity out there with this Fulham team at the moment.
Well, they're enjoying their football again. Something that wasn't really happening under Felix Magath. Fitzsimons wants them to express themselves, to come into it with a smile on their face and play the same way on the football pitch, which is easy said than done at times. Almost went out of the stadium on the far side from Byrne. That wasn't him expressing himself. Bread and butter clearance.
It certainly was, but when it's needed, they do it. I mean, they don't need to do anything else. They need to go in 2-0 up, don't need to concede. And if it needs putting in the stand, put it in the stand.
Bulow with that challenge, and the referee happy with it. Had to stretch to get the ball in play, though.
You can certainly see that Charlton have the players out there to make something happen if they get in the right areas. A lot of ability in that midfield. Gadian just looks a little bit isolated at the moment.
That's Hoagland's header. There's McCormack. Now it's Hugo Rodallega. Rodallega!
Well, again, it's all about McCormack for me there. There's his touch, absolutely superb.
Half-time score, Fulham 2, Charlton 0.
At the end of the first half, Fitzsimons, the man with the magic touch again. Fulham raced out of the blocks here. Scott Parker striking first against his old club. And then Hugo Rodallega in the 12th minute, scoring a second after McCormack's effort had been saved by Henderson. Fulham unstoppable so far. Fulham 2, Charlton Athletic 0.
And when you consider that's only the 4th time in the league this season that they've hit the front first in a game, it underlines just how good a half that has been from Fulham. Effervescent and devastating from the off. Alongside me, David Prutton. We'll hear from him when we come back and what he's made of that first half. But it was a superb start. We mentioned Scott Parker. He delivered early. So did Rodallega. At times, Fulham were unstoppable. Two goals inside the first 12 minutes from Scott Parker and Hugo Rodallega, giving Fulham a 2-0 lead at half-time. Equal on attempts, 3 on target from Fulham to Charlton's 2, but it's the home side dominating possession 60-40. And David Prutton is alongside me. Is that as good a first half as he's seen for Fulham this season?
They've been fantastic. I mean, we saw them on the first game of the season and there was a lot of possession but no real kind of penetration. So you look at the first 10 minutes and they were fantastic.
And how much with that to do with it? A number of players, including Scott Parker, who gets the first goal, were rested midweek and brought back today.
There's that real energy to start with and to set a kind of a note for the game. Johnny Jackson gets sold short there, but Scott Parker's is looking for that pass to get to be loose, and he's on it straight away. It's a bit of a wide touch from McCormack, but he does so well to get the ball back in the box. And the thing with Scott is he doesn't switch off. Once he's played the ball wide, he's not turning back to go and start defending again. He's still hovering around that kind of penalty area, 6-yard box, and gets his rewards.
And Fulham starting to see the best of Ross McCormack, aren't they? After a strange start where McGatt said he was unfit.
Well, I mean,
he's finding his feet now at last, isn't he?
That doesn't help, those kind of comments, and you can tell he's enjoying himself and getting in positions where it was hard for the Charlton defence to pick him up or the midfield because he was in between the lines and getting on the ball and getting on the half turn.
And you mentioned Charlton being sold short on passes, but when we look at the second goal, how much is that to do with the sheer amount of pressing, the pressure coming from the home
it's
side?
Great. I mean, there's a lot of intense kind of pressure here, and when whoever it is wins the ball, they carry on going again. McCormack getting the ball in the little pocket there. He gets tackled by Johnny Jackson, but he doesn't give up. He's still on the move, waiting for the next opportunity when the ball comes into him. And it's a great cross, but the technique here to get the ball down under control and a shot off is fantastic, and typical striker Rodallega sniffing out the bits.
So that goal coming on the 12th minute, that's his 4th for the season. Ross McCormack instrumental again, but pushing things on just a little.
Again, look at him there. The one thing that you might say about the defence there, as soon as the shot's gone in, maybe push up when the rebound comes out. But after that, BK's playing him on side, so it's a simple tap-in.
And I mentioned pushing things on a little. Should it have been 3-0 to the home side?
I'd say so, yeah. It's a free header from Hoogland. It's a great ball in, again, from McCormack, right on the money there. And I think if that goes in, then you'd like to think that Fulham would be out of sight. But, well, you'd like to think that it might not come back to bite them. But Kit Simon's going to be very happy with the way they started the game. More so in the second half, Charlton came back into it, but I think that was more to do with Fulham taking the foot off the gas rather than them playing better than they started the game.
Well, for Kit Simons, the job audition, as it continues to be, is going very nicely indeed. At the moment, he's looking like it's going to be another win for the man who wants the job. But for Bob Peters, can he avoid what would be a second league defeat inside a week? It has been a super first half from Fulham. They've had a horrid start to the new season, but they lead by 2-0. Scott Parker with his second goal of the season, and Hugo Rodallega weighing in the second as well. 2 goals inside 12 minutes. But Bob Peters could be facing his second league defeat in the space of a week. Can he turn things around? Let's find out once again with our commentators, Gary Birtles and Gary Weaver.
Charlton Athletic have been quick starters so far this season, but they weren't in that first half. They'd only conceded 3 goals in the first 45 of matches. But Kit Simon's Fulham made sure they went for the throat right from the off here. And Charlton didn't know what had hit them. Well, he's not the kind of character to shout and bawl. He doesn't believe that affects players anymore, Kit Simons. He's one of football's nice guys. And he's hoping that a night like this may see him in that job permanently. Mistakes have been made here in the last year, and that's why it has come to this for Fulham Championship football. Hoping now they've got their house in order. Charlton hoping to try and cause them problems in this second half, because they didn't particularly in that first 45.
No, it's hard to see them. They can get back in the game. You look on the bench, there's not a great deal of strength on the bench. Maybe Goodmanson or Harriet, bit of pace, bit of trickery, but you need goals.
Igor Vettekeli, we've mentioned it a few times, all Bayerns in the midfield. Big misses for Charlton.
Well, I'm sure the team talk from Kit Simons would have been, go and get that third goal. If they get the next one, you'll be under pressure. Just feeling the first half as well, Charlton were just isolating Sukadian a little bit too much. Need to get more bodies closer to him.
There's Christensen. Fulham attacking the Hammersmith end of Craven Cottage in the second half, and this is Hugo Rodallega. Now Brian Ruiz. Starred for his country at the World Cup in the summer. Staffelidis, dealt with by BK. Staffelidis again. That's Kavanagh. They give and go with McCormack. Repelled by Solly. Sukadian intervening and getting there ahead of Parker. There's Bulo. Now it's Musa, who run into trouble.
Again, a big difference between the two teams. You feel in the first half, Fulham move it quickly across the pitch. There's always an option for the man on the ball, whereas I think Charlton at times just hang on to the ball too long, take too many touches, doesn't move quickly enough.
This is Musa. Now it's Bodgerov. Fulham with the worst defence in the Championship coming into this game tonight, which will encourage Charlton, although they have tightened up of late. Rodallega's offside again.
That's another difficult one. We saw one first half, it was very, very close. And again, it's one of those long balls that's difficult for an assistant to give, to get right.
There's Johnny Jackson. Andre BK. This is Tal Ben Haim. He's playing his trade at Standard Liège until the summer. Now it's Frederick Bulo. It's blocked by Bodgerov. Cousins. Johnny Jackson. Musa. Now it's Fox. Bulo's continued his run forward. He's fouled by Fox. A perfect ball and blocked behind. It's better from Charlton.
It certainly is better. Similar start to the one Fulham made in the first half. Light and breezy and kept running a good area. Decent defending, good block.
The bandaged Johnny Jackson to take this. That's Sukadian. Johnny Jackson with a chance to reload.
I do feel this is where they got half a chance. Charlton Athletic.
Goalkeeper lost it. That was Fox tried to pounce for Charlton Athletic. Jackson. There's Laurie Wilson. Just took a heavy touch and he was swamped, but he still got the ball. He did well, Wilson. Now it's Jackson. It's Andre BK. Another corner for Charlton as the pressure builds.
Well, the goalkeeper again, we saw in the first half, he thought about coming, didn't. This time he comes. There, doesn't catch it, should have caught it.
And again, and kept out by Bettinelli.
Turned a wee bit there, Bettinelli.
Sukadian with the header. And Marcus Bettinelli got down to it, but his goal is under real threat. Away by Byrne. This is solly for Charlton.
Well, the team talk must have been a good one from Bob Peters at half-time, because they've certainly come out with more intent.
As good as Fulham were in the opening 20 minutes, Bob Peters will know that his Charlton team are better than that. They're better than what they showed in the first half.
They've just undone by some really excellent play. They could have done better for the first goal, where they gave the ball away. Scott Parker intercepted, but Fulham were a bit irresistible in that first 20 minutes.
There's Wilson. It's Bulow. Henderson. Not his finest moment.
Goalkeeper again. Thinks he's a centre forward.
Well, they have been caught in possession a few times at the back so far this season, Charlton. It's the way Bob Peters wants them to play. Not be hurried to pass the ball around, play themselves forward from the back. Does come with risks. This is Cabernet, does have a really good left foot. Ruiz.
You see where the strengths lie, Fulham. Around that box, they come alive. Creation, invention around there. And then he came off again for them.
Jordan Cousins. That's Fox trying to pick out Bulow.
Well, the referee's given a goal kick, and the assistant, did he give a corner? Because Staphylides was asking for it. Oh. Fulham riding the look there, claim for handball from BK, but I don't think that was. Definitely not. A decent ball into the box. It's a decent header downwards. Martinelli gets across there and atones for that. And he came out and dropped.
This is Bodgerov. Altogether, more hunger, more desire about this Charlton team in the second half so far. There's BK. Now it's Morgan Fox. Johnny Jackson. This is Musa. Musa's delivered the cross. Dealt with by Staphylides.
Excellent defending by Staphylides, and had to be as well. What they're doing, Charlton, to start the second half, they're mixing it up a little bit. They're turning that back four, which they did in the first half, playing the ball in behind them. They're playing the ball to feet, they're getting it wide, they're moving it quicker. Look at that. Massively on top. Corners.
Straight onto the head of Byrne. Hoagland's ball forward finds Christensen. The break is on here. McCormack screaming for the ball. Laurie Wilson did brilliantly, tracked him back all the way and intervened.
It's all about concentration, but the ball to McCormack just behind him. Needed on this surface, it's skidding around. You can afford to play that in front of him.
Mark Pembridge alongside Kit Simons, and they're concerned about what they've seen at the start of this second half.
Yeah, so they should be as well. It's a similar start to the one they made in the first half. It tells a story. Fulham were massively on top in the first part of the first half. Charlton well on top in the second half so far.
It's a response. It's a response that he was hoping for. But nothing to show for it as of yet. Fulham now looking to cause some problems with this free kick. Ruiz looks to have taken charge of it. Sent in by Ruiz for Byrne. Had a bit of space, he's still putting himself around, and it's been bundled in. Well, the flag is up. Fulham's joy cut short. The assistant referee on that far side with his flag in the air. Matthew Buonasisi. There's Bulo, but it was chaos inside the Charlton penalty area. Bulo, nice spin on his left foot. There's McCormack. Well, that would have been a sucker punch for Charlton right at the start of the second half, having started so well after the break. Fulham would have had a third, but for the assistant referee's flag.
Up straight away. To be an arm involved to start with, but might have been just offside. All about the quality of the free kick.
There's Musa. Cousins. Now it's Laurie Wilson. There's Johnny Jackson. Now it's Musa, plenty of space to work in here. Musa!
I think Bettinelli had that covered, you know. Oh, good turn there. They're all back off him, he's got a lot of time, and Bettinelli sees that's going wide. Here's the delivery, it's a great ball in. It's won again there. And there you see, definitely offside. Tell you what, the assistant looks like he's going to run back and give the goal and then stops. Well, there's two hands go up there as well before that. Looks across at the assistant.
And coming on number 7, Johan Berg Gudmundsson.
Charlton making this change. The Icelandic international Johan Berg Gudmundsson is on, and off goes Frank Musa. But if he gets a chance with his left foot, he packs a punch. Johan Berg Gudmundsson, who spent a bit of time at Fulham's academy as a youngster.
Well, we did say he would be one of the ones who you thought would come on and maybe cause a few problems for Fulham. Surprised Musa's been substitute. I just think he didn't move it quick enough when he had the chance. Too many touches on the ball.
Cousins. There's Fox. Gudmundsson straight into the action. Dangerous ball as well, which is smashed away by Byrne.
Brilliant little turn there, but there you see the problem. Kadian was the only man in the box to try and pick out. I think they've just got to show a little bit more endeavour to get bodies into the box, to get on the end of things like that.
Can they find a way through here? Charles Ben Haim runs towards the near post, and Ruiz deals with it for now. Bulo. This is Charles Ben Haim.
Well, very much the better side at the moment. Charlton Athletic. Intensifying that pressure. Just need the breakthrough. That'll be very interesting.
Fox is trying to lose Hugo Rodallega. That's Andre Piqué. That will be another corner, and they're still camped right on Fulham's doorstep.
wouldn't believe it looking at that Fulham were winning 2-0. 11 Charlton corners to just 1 for the home team. Can they possibly push home that advantage by finishing one of these corners off?
And Ruiz trying to put himself around top, and Naeem gets to it, and the pressure relieved.
It certainly seems like they're playing that near post one all the time. I just don't believe they can do that every time, drop it short.
He's been a coach for 4 years, Bob Peters, and it's not been dull. He's been sacked. He's led a team to survival. Now he's restored hope and belief to Charlton. He's been working as a TV pundit in Belgium before that, and working alongside Eden Hazard, trying to find the next big talent in Belgium. By Ruiz!
Well, has to at least hit the target. Beautifully worked again. This is like the first half. Once again, McCormack on that right-hand side. Picks him out beautifully. That was meant. And you have to take a little bit off it. Just attacks it too much. He's leaning back. Just hit the target at least. Oh, if that had been the other way around, I'm sure McCormack might have just finished that.
Well, he's a talent, Brian Ruiz, who was left on the sidelines very much in a shot window and reminding people of just what he can do. But he should have made the most of that. There's Bulo. Well, Charlton have been banging on that door. 15 attempts so far tonight. That's the most they've had in a championship game so far this season. The previous best was 12 against Derby. But still, they wait for the breakthrough.
A lot brighter this second half, without a doubt. You can see now why they're where they are. A mixture of doggedness and the ability when they go forward, especially when they move it quick in the second half. Staffelidis trying to be too clever there.
That's Solly.
Well, had that come to anything there, Staffelidis would have been red-faced because he was a bit too cocky on the ball there.
Nervy moments for Fulham.
Smile on the referee's face there. The assistant's flag went straight up.
Well, Dan Burn caused all kinds of problems a few moments ago from a set piece. It's rolled in short here to McCormack. McCormack for Rodallega, who does have the skill to pull that off.
Well, it's McCormack again, isn't it? Wonderful little movement here. Look at the free kick here. Look where he goes. Lovely first touch. Second touch, sets it up there. Doesn't get over the top of it. I think just maybe tries to hit it too hard. But again, McCormack causing all sorts of problems down that right-hand side.
Well, the last time Fulham were in this division, that man's goal won them the title. Sean Davis. And in the team was Kit Simons. Under Sean Tigana, normally you find that managers who get out of this division normally know this division. Kit Simons has coached and played in the Championship. Sean Davis watching on, perhaps didn't hit the peak of his powers because of a couple of awful injuries.
Those injuries that keep you out again and again, difficult to come back from them.
I think even then that Fulham couldn't envisage staying 13 years in the Premier League. It was a fantastic achievement. Great nights here, beating Shakhtar and Juventus in the Europa League, but they are just memories now. You have to put those book of memories away and start a new book. Bulo's offside.
One of those long crossfield balls. Switch play, and he shouldn't be his offside there. It shouldn't be offside because he is the last man. He can see the defenders right across that line there.
Charlton are about to bring on one of their youngsters, Charlton Athletic, the 17-year-old striker who's from Greenwich, right on Charlton's doorstep, is about to come on. I mentioned earlier on about the flourishing academy. Since the start of last season, 7 players have come through that academy to make their first team debut. There's another one who's come through that youth system.
Is number 21, Morgan Fox.
And he replaces Morgan Fox.
And is number 43.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
Grant.
Bringing that many through an academy. Didn't a certain Paul Hart used to be behind a lot of the good work down at Charlton? I know what a fantastic job he did at my old club, Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, he was there. Steve Avery, Jason Newell as a coach there as well. Had big parts to play, and Bob Peters has said he would rather play youth players and look into the academy rather than get players in on loan. That's the plan.
And that's brilliant because families or parents will want the kids to come to Charlton Athletic because they know they'll be given an opportunity. That looked like a little bit of a slip, and I think that's exactly what he's saying to Keith Stroud.
Zuccardia, Goodmanson, running into Kavanagh. Picking out the cross, burn away. Lovely play from Ahern Grant. Sign of his confidence.
Well, they're just not clearing the lines well enough at the moment. Fulham had the chance a couple of times to get rid of it. There's a little bit of trickery. That's where you do your little flick, your little tricks. He does it to great effect. A little reverse turn there. A big block takes it wide of the goal.
He's been top scorer for the under-18s in the last couple of years at Charlton.
And again, they go to that near post. It can't be planned because it was that bad.
2 errors there. 3 in the end if you count McCormack's. There's Ahern Grant again. Took the 17-year-old sleeve this time. And a box full of in.
Good defending, but I'll tell you what confidence that young man possesses. One thing he wants to do is turn and go at his man. He won't stop doing it.
Christensen. With this 2-goal advantage which they've had since the 12th minute. Thanks to this man, Rodallega. That's Kavanagh. Good block from Cousins. He knows Kavanagh has a really good left foot, as Norwich City found out last week. Cousins. This is Solly. Zuccardia. Stapalidis trying to hold off Ahern Grant. Unable to do so. Ahern Grant couldn't quite pull it back to Zuccardia.
Again, Stapalidis trying to be too clever. Nearly costing his team dearly there. wanted a foul and a real go at the assistant. Not for me, it was.
When a manager brings on a substitute, he always wants them to prove him wrong, to prove a point, to make an impact, and Herne Grant has done that already. This is Jackson, who snatches at it.
That was very lightweight from Byrne there, and he's appealing again to the referee, saying he was fouled. There's the flick in the air. Look at this, doesn't really get any height there, gets knocked off it a little bit too easy. Johnny Jackson there, not a foul. And he just snatches at it a wee bit. Disappointed with that. I just feel if Charlton had a Rodallega or a McCormack in their side, they might just be in this game. They might just have got themselves a few opportunities they could have finished. Well, possession is getting more and more for Charlton, but they just cannot give themselves a shot on target to get themselves back in this game. Fulham won't be happy with that sort of statistic. Home, they want to be on top, bossing the game, but Charlton in this second half have been very good apart from that final third.
There's Solly. Bodgerov stepping in. That's Goodmanson. Now it's Johnny Jackson. And Herne Grant in the middle, taken away from him by Byrne, and a miscue from Wilson.
Oh, wrong decision, wrong area. Just hold that ball when it comes to you like that. This time, Byrne does get up, goes for the audacious, just stop it, and then put your teammates in at the centre of the goal there. There's two waiting for a little ball flicked in there. Unfortunately, he gets it totally wrong.
But we are seeing in the second half why Charlton have won at Norwich. They've beaten Watford, they've beaten Derby this season.
And that takes some doing. Oh, they're absolutely flying at the moment. Derby conceded the least in the championship.
Slip by Bodgerov. Jackson slipping the ball through. This is a Herne Grant. Heavy touch initially, but he's still trying to cause a few problems here for Fulham. Goodmanson, Johnny Jackson.
They're doing everything but hitting the target at the moment. Even that'd be better. Not scoring perhaps, but you're right about the heavy touch. Goes across, but it's still got enough about him to lay it in there, and Jackson just leaning back, plays it over the top. Even hit the target be better.
Fulham the dominant force in this game in the opening half, particularly the opening 20 minutes. But Charlton have thrown their weight around since the break. But still, they've been able to make an impact on the scoreline. Christensen, space here. There's Parker. Christensen again. They've worked this well. Rodallega looking to pounce. Solly beats him to the punch. And that's Wilson.
Good that's coming from Fulham is coming down that right-hand side from Ross McCormack at the moment. And they do get the ball.
Good challenge from Byrne.
Oh, those long legs had to come out there and get his team out of trouble, because that race was a very, very close one.
Well, he's 6'7", down Byrne. Bulow down with a problem. Meanwhile, Fulham are making a change. And on comes Corley Woodrow, who replaces Brian Ruiz, who will be still replaying that chance he had over and over earlier on in the second half.
Yeah, that kills the game off. He hits the target there. Just trying to hit it too hard, leaning backwards. It was a surprise, really, because a player of his ability and confidence usually is a lot better than that.
So Woodrow on. A drink of some sort, was it? Handed out to Christensen.
Energy drink.
Well, that's it for Bulo. That's a signal from him to his manager. Again, we've seen glimpses from him tonight. No real end product, though.
No, it's flashes here and there, but they don't win you matches.
Michael Morrison, the big centre-half, about to come on. Shows you how well BK and Tal Ben Haim have been doing together. But Morrison's been out the team.
Well, it's been a lot more competent performance the second half from the two centre-halves. And that's because their teammates in front of them have taken the game to Fulham. Got on the front foot. It's been a lot more potent until they hit that 18-yard box.
Andre BK has now moved up front. They've done this before, Charlton.
So, well, that'd be a good battle between BK and Byrne then. Three at the back. So it's a positive move.
There's Christensen. Well, back towards Christensen. He almost finished the game off.
Oh, a golden opportunity. Well, he starts it here, plays it in there, carries on his move. To just guide it in that far post. That's a little bit unlucky. Tries to do the right thing, opens himself up, just slides it past that far post.
The Dane who scored his first goal for the club against Bolton earlier this season. Almost with the third here, and that would have been the end of Charlton. 12 minutes to play. They are still in this game.
I just feel, had he hit the target there, he just might have got his team something out of that. You're going to see quite a few of those with BK up front. He'll try and out-muscle you.
There's a heart on his sleeve kind of player, Andre BK. You certainly know what he's thinking and what he's feeling.
As the opposition, you don't want to play against somebody like him, because you know he'll just keep battering you when he gets the opportunity.
Goodmanson. Johnny Jackson hanging in there under immense pressure from Christensen and Scott Parker. And eventually he was robbed of the ball, and this is Woodrow.
You have to take the ball with you. Rodallega not happy. Oh, he's in a good position there to accept the ball off him.
There's Wilson. Ahern Grant checking back off to his left foot, or trying to. Wilson trying to bulldoze his way through. Ahern Grant into a dangerous area, but no takers in a Charlton shirt.
Well, you feel if Ahern Grant there had gone down, he might just have got his team a penalty.
Now it's Cousins. One moment to change this game. Ahern Grant. There's Solly. Goodmanson on his left foot, it packs a punch. Parker in the way. How many times have we seen that down the years? Parker put his body on the line in moments like that.
It's experience for you.
Now it's Solly. Good shape on the cross. There's Staphelidis. Cousins. We've seen two sides of Fulham so far in this game. A wonderful football in the opening 20 minutes. And they just about have kept Charlton at arm's length in the second half.
Yeah, just give Charlton a lot of credit this second half. Well, I thought he could have had a penalty. He goes down there, but he doesn't. He stays on his feet, he's honest, and he puts a decent ball back in. Nobody attacks that ball where they should do. Could he have gone over there? He just checks. Oh no, I don't think he could. I think Staphelidis just did enough to stay on his feet there and not commit to giving that foul away.
Well, Bob Peters applauding Ahern Grant there. That's his first mistake since coming on. But he's delighted with what he's seen for the 17-year-old again.
I just don't mind players making mistakes for the right reasons.
More Football League action tomorrow on Sky Sports. Millwall against Cardiff City tomorrow, midday, Sky Sports 1. The new Den will be rocking for that in South London. And then Saturday night football, Swansea City against Leicester City, who got out of this league last season, 4:45, Sky Sports 1. Highest yet from McCormack.
Well, he hit that advertisement board right at the top of the stand there. That's one of the highest he'll ever hit. Takes some doing, is that, when you see how high that is.
Parker. There's Goodmanson. Nicely done. Now it's Johnny Jackson. Zikadian. Ahern Grant. There's Wilson. Solly looking for PK. Bettinelli taking charge. Positive goalkeeping.
It's excellent goalkeeping. He's flapped a couple of times, but he realised he had to come and get something on that, because they had men over at the far post there, Charlton. And now they've got the threat of BK up there as well. They know they can mix it up and put it in there for him.
So Ben Haim has made a late run forward. It's gone over his head.
Well, anywhere will do.
1,500 Charlton Athletic fans at the bloody end still believe that possibly the team can rescue this. They need to do something, and now. Goodmanson. And Staphelidis. There's a busy running style of Ross McCormack. Christensen.
He's been excellent. McCormack, he's been involved. Everything that's been good about Fulham's performance. Some of the chances he's created, he wished it had been created for him.
Most expensive player in championship history, Ross McCormack. This is Hugo Rodallega.
This time, he didn't need to do that. Played into him. He's got that good a first touch. He could have taken that on himself.
There's the lively Ahern Grant. Vericic about to come on for Fulham.
A real impact, hasn't he, Ahern Grant? Since he came on, he's been pivotal in all the good things Charlton have done. That tells a story. Still 2-0 to the home team. Only 6 of those on target between them. A lot of chances, but not much quality.
Zikadian trying the acrobatics. It's a staggering amount of effort to goal from Charlton. Only 3 on target. Woodrow, too much on it for Christensen.
Yeah, that's not the best. You can hear the crowd, the groans, and that's not the best either. Henderson, that's a poor ball out.
Hoagland finding McCormack. Into the path of Hugo Rodallega. Henderson was big and was quick and dealt with the danger.
Again, it's McCormack setting a teammate up with an opportunity. And this time Henderson does do well. Oh, that doesn't look very good. Clash of heads. Oh, Byrne gets up. You see they're coming together. Well, the goalkeeper threw the ball out really poorly there, but he makes up for that. Look at the first touch there from McCormack. Plays it beautifully in. A great goalkeeping. Comes out quickly, gets his angles right, makes himself big.
Sveritic is on, and off goes Ross McCormack. We said at the start of the night about that new role that McCormack had, rather than playing on the shoulder of the defender. It's up to him to create a bit more now. And we've seen that tonight.
We certainly have, in no uncertain terms.
Gideon back on his feet after that clash of heads with Dan Byrne. Fulham seen off this Charlton storm. There's Woodrow. Henderson got fingertips on that.
Well, Rodallega not happy with him. Felt he should have pulled it back. And he just said, well, I've hit the target. I've made the keeper make a save. Does well here. Rolls his man beautifully. Look at the position Rodallega takes up. He wants it pulling back, but he goes himself, and Henderson's made a good save there. Gets down low. Might just have snuck in the corner.
Fulham a minute away from moving out of the relegation zone. They were 4 points adrift only a few weeks ago.
That's very becoming.
A few days away, Halloween, isn't it?
Got the party early.
There's Woodrow. There's Kavanagh. Rodallega.
Fulham will just be happy to keep the ball in Charlton territory. Ease the pressure on the back four, because they've been under intense pressure this second half. But when you look at it, you think how many saves Bettinelli has made. You can't remember him making an outstanding save of all the opportunities that Charlton have had. The one down at the near post where it's bounced, the header, but that's about all I can remember.
Well, that's where Charlton fans will be thinking, what if Bettinelli would have been playing tonight?
Yeah, exactly.
This is Christensen. The rain cascading down again on the banks of the Thames. Christensen, now it's Hugo Rodallega. Rodallega! Great composure! Fulham are alive again! They are chasing the storm clouds away!
Well, he's capable of doing this, Rodallega. And you look at the build-up this, Christensen, it should have been played across here. The arms are outstretched, wasn't played. Lays Rodallega in, gets a little bit lucky here. Defender slips, he keeps his feet and just plants it beautifully. Christensen does brilliant here. There's a slip by the defender, but he keeps his composure. Little slip, gains his composure again. There's a slip, could have panicked, didn't panic. Look at the balance when he hits that. Just curls it in that bottom corner. Gets himself a second goal of the night, and anybody who's not seen this second half will wonder how it's 3-0, because Charlton have had a load of possession, a load of attempts, but not many with any quality.
For all the chances Charlton have had, that is how to finish. This is Sveritic looking for Rodallega. 4 additional minutes. Fulham are moving out of the bottom three, and Hugo Rodallega's had a great night, has just pulled up.
It looks like the calf's gone.
That's a minimum of 4 minutes additional time to be played in
Well, that's a blow. It looked really innocuous. He's only running wide, wasn't he? It doesn't look good. Something's tight and right up there. Keith beckoning the physio on. Have to sour the night a little bit.
Well, we said earlier on that McCormack, Rodallega and Ruiz were only training together for the first time a few weeks ago, played together for the first time against Blackburn. Kit Simons has put that front three together and they have reaped the rewards. But now Rodallega in a bit of trouble. And young Patrick Roberts is about to come on for these final few moments. Now, we mentioned Charlton's Youth Academy. This boy who's about to come on for Fulham is a talent.
I think it's brilliant that you can see kids coming through the academy and given the opportunity to go out there and mix it. It takes brave coaches and managers to do that.
Sukadian in the middle.
It's always easy to stick with the tried and tested. You need a little something different. We've seen the kids can do it.
Craven Cottage rises as one to reclaim Hugo Rodallega. He is taking care of business tonight, and Fulham are moving out of the bottom three. They are back on their feet.
He looks to be walking better now, doesn't he? It looks like he was going to collapse at one moment. He's striding healthily down that touchline.
There's a 17-year-old I was talking about, Patrick Roberts. He's such a skillful player, plays out wide normally. From Kingston, made his Premier League debut against Manchester City last season, a 17-year-old. Goodmanson. Ahern Grant. Let's not forget what he's done in his second half since coming on for Charlton. Trying to move the ball around the corner. And here's Scott Parker. Robbed of the ball by Solly. Now it's Wilson. Sveritic. Woodrow. That's Byrne. Sukadian and Wilson. Still they can't score.
How lucky is that? Again, it was a bad defensive header from Byrne, heading it straight back into the danger area. Head it wide. There's the ball, look, heads it straight back into a danger area. Falls there. For Wilson, and he gets a little bit unlucky. Hits it straight away. It's the inside of the post, and usually they fly in on the other side of the goal, but just sums their night up, really.
Ahern Grant. Charlton seconds away from only their second league defeat of the season. Goodmanson. Ahern Grant.
The thing is, it looks emphatic as well, but it's been far from emphatic the second half. First 20 minutes of the first half, yes. But the second half, all the possession, all the pressure has come from Charlton. The end product just hasn't been there.
Kit Simons hands his CV in for the manager's job. They're looking around for a new boss, but maybe the answer is right under their nose. It's taken a while, but Fulham are back on their feet. They are upwardly mobile again. They are out of the bottom three. Scott Parker got the ball rolling early on against his old club, and then a double for Hugo Rodallega, finishing off Charlton Athletic, who had a real go in the second half, but they were just unable to really find a way past Bettinelli. He made a couple of decent saves, but they didn't really have a cutting edge. But tonight, Gary, is all about Fulham.
It is about Fulham, and you can't give a bigger nudge in the ribs in Simons to the powers that be that he should have the job, deserve the job. His players, especially that first 20 minutes or so of the first half, were irresistible. But they dug in. They had the willingness to do that and do the dirty stuff as well when they were under pressure.
Well, he's one of football's nice guys, and maybe he will get the main job here at Craven Cottage, but Kit Symons can't do much more than he's done already. Let's get some reaction from the pitch. Let's hear from Scott Parker and Ross McCormack. They are with Jonathan Oakes.
Well done, Ross and Scott. Ross, another win. Is it another sign that you're going in the right direction?
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's just small steps. I know it's a cliche, but we're taking one game at a time, and you got to say we look really good in patches there.
You had a role in both goals. Are you enjoying this more creative role than perhaps the out-and-out striker?
Yeah, you know, I think last season was a bit different. You know, I was sort of relied on to sort of play in the shoulder and get the goals. But this year I've got more of a free role, and it's more my job to sort of try and create chances for everyone around me. So it's a nice role. I'm enjoying it.
Scott, a goal for you against your former club. It's a long time since you played for Charlton, but how does it feel to score against them?
Well, you know, they don't come around often, goals, so obviously when I do score them, they're quite nice, to be fair. So yeah, it was good play. We come out the traps today really quick. Yeah, I think the second half's very, very disappointing on our behalf, really. It was very poor second half. I suppose we need to look at that, but I suppose the positives, we won the game, but we need to sort out the second half, really.
It's 8 games in charge now for Kit Symons. He's had a real impact. Do the players want him to get the job permanently?
Well, listen, results are key, and obviously Kit's doing it, isn't he? He's getting results, and we're obviously getting points and picking up points, and I think all of us here, every one of us, I speak for all of us, we're very happy with Kit and what we're doing, so yes, I would say so.
What's Kit Symons changed, Ross?
You know, he's not changed much. You know, I think everyone's, you know, you come into training every day and everyone's laughing. It seems to be a little bit more enjoyable place now, and I think that's down to the confidence that he's gave the lads. You know, the lads are really enjoying it, and you can see it on the pitch. Everyone's working hard for each other and really putting in a good shift.
Thanks very much, Scott. If you do the honours for us, please. Ross McCormack is the Sky Bet man of the match. Thanks a lot.
I think it's going to take a while to repay the full £11 million that Fulham paid Leeds United for his services, but my goodness, what a performance from him tonight. And of course Scott Parker as well, rested in the midweek game, but refreshed tonight and at it right from the off. A quite brilliant opening 12 minutes on the home side. Less so second half. Charlton really did come back into it, but they just couldn't deliver, Charlton, in the final third. But it's all 3 points to Fulham, and their rise under the caretaker manager, Kit Symons, continues. And this is what it means then for them at the bottom of the table. For the first time since August the 20th, Fulham are out of the bottom 3. They're up into 19th. It's a 4th win in 6 under the caretaker manager, and significantly here at Craven Cottage, a 3rd home league win in a row. So Charlton then miss out on the chance of getting into the top 6 and going third this evening. They stay in 7th, but when you consider where they were this time last season, it still is an excellent start. But the reality is, for Bob Peters' team, after that 11-match unbeaten streak at the start of the season, it's 2 defeats inside a week. What is going to happen tomorrow night in El Clasico? A huge amount of build-up, as ever, to this key game in the La Liga calendar. Tomorrow night, it's Real Madrid against Barcelona from the Bernabeu. Our coverage underway from 5:15, 5 p.m. We're on air, Sky Sports 5. If you've yet to activate that, you need to go to Sky Sports 5 and press the red button on your Sky remote control. And by the way, there's a new series of Arrows starting next Thursday. And if you're a fan of that, you'll love Sky One's brand new superhero drama, The Flash. That begins Tuesday, 8 p.m. Or you can see the first episode of both. That is on demand right now. And we're going to hope to hear from Kit Symons alongside myself and David Prutton when we come back. In the end, it looked emphatic for Fulham. Second half, it was anything but a brilliant start from Fulham in the first half means it's looking good for Kit.
And this is Ross McCormack. McCormack, an acute angle and fired off the bar and in. McCormack, now it's Rodallega. Rodallega! Great composure. Kit Symons, the caretaker manager, with a golden touch, has got Fulham breathing fire again.
But if that's all you'd seen, you'd assumed it was one-way traffic for the whole match. In truth, anything but. Look at that from Charlton. 23 attempts to Fulham's 15. That is the most attempts Charlton have had in the entire season. But the difference between the two sides in the final third, Fulham scoring 3 of their attempts on 6 on target. Charlton with 3 attempts on target. They simply could not convert. But I'm delighted to say that the caretaker manager, Kit Symons, has joined myself and David Prutton. Was that second half, Kit, a little bit more uncomfortable than you'd hoped, or did you expect them to come at you like that?
No, fully expected it. We were dominant first half, but we knew they'd come out the block second half. We said that to the boys. They had to stand up against it, which we did very, very well. You know, they're a good side. You know, they would have gone second tonight with a win. But we stood up to the test. They had a lot of corners we had to defend, whereby previously, you know, we looked like conceding pretty much every time a corner came in. Now we look resolute and strong.
In terms of the start you had, is that as good a start as you've seen since you've been in charge?
We've started quite a few games very, very well, but to be 2-0 up so quickly is a bit of a touch, to be honest. So we'll take that all day long.
And I suppose, does the second half become more about the kind of a show of togetherness and game management from the players? Maybe the start of the season, that might have been a place where they might have gone under and conceded those goals that got them, Charlton, back into the game. But it shows a real kind of strength of character for the team to get through that.
Well, it is. We said to the boys at half-time, you know, it's a professional performance needed. If it finishes 2-0, I'd be happy. You know, but we don't concede, we don't give anything away. You know, you've got to do the right things. There's no need for us to go chasing the game. We probably sat back a little bit too much, but I think you've got to give them credit. They really, really came at us and tried, you know, several different formations during the second half and threw everything at it, you know.
And I suppose on the flip side as well, when you've got the kind of attacking trio that you've got up front, you always fancy yourselves to nick a goal.
Well, absolutely. You know, that's what we said at half-time. It would be we've got to soak up the pressure, but we will then catch them on the counter because we've got some pace and some real genuine quality going forward.
And the way you caught them in that opening 12 minutes when you found yourself 2-0 up, how much benefit did you see from the likes of Scott Parker? You'd rested him on Tuesday night, back in the starting lineup as we expected tonight. And did the team benefit from being able to rest some of those players?
Massively. I think, you know, Hugo obviously didn't play on Tuesday. Scott Parker didn't. Brian Ruiz didn't. You know, and they showed great energy tonight, and it was, you know, I think it was justified the thing to do. The Championship's a tough, unforgiving league, and you've got to use your full squad, and we intend to do that.
And we know just what the man who supplies the cross here, Ross McCormack, can do, the top scorer in the Championship last season. Are the Fulham fans now at last beginning to see why the club spent so much money on him?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's been fantastic, Ross, since I've taken over. He's been excellent. He's very, very unselfish. Well, for someone who's such a good goal scorer, he's been incredibly unselfish, and he's had so many assists. But he will end up scoring a load of goals as well to go alongside that. But I'm not worried in the slightest at the moment. His contribution to the team has been fantastic.
And that front three, as we look at the goals from Hugo Rodallega, I mean, David hints at it there. If you can get those 3 firing game in, game out, they could rip up this league, couldn't they?
Well, they're good enough. They're absolutely good enough. And we've got some great attacking play, you know, but it needs to come from a solid base. And the clean sheets please me as much as the 3 goals. You know, it's an all-round team performance, and we're put under the cosh at times, as you would expect from a good team like Charlton. But you know, we weathered the storm, and the boys did very well. I'm delighted.
And Kit, the formation they play with the 3 up top, with it almost being not a flat 3, but it allows for a lot of movement between the 3 of them, because you see McCormack popping up on the right, on the left, down the centre, and a couple of occasions in the second half where he's supplying some very, very good crosses.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, his delivery is excellent. Like I say, he is a goal scorer, but he can assist as well and deliver, and he's got great quality when he gets in those wide areas. And
he gets his second goal just before the end. Was he okay when he came off? He hobbled off towards the tunnel, but
yeah, he'll be fine. A little bit sore. I mean, he's nursing.
Wasn't just for the ovation, was it?
I was going to take him off anyway and get him the ovation because he deserved it. But no, he'll be fine. He's a little bit sore. He's nursing a couple of little things at the moment, which is why we rested him on Tuesday. But he's a fantastic character, great lad, and he's in top form at the moment.
Now, talking of ovations, I know you're a modest man, but as you walked off here, down the tunnel a short time ago before you came out and joined us, there were plenty of Fulham fans singing your name, giving you a big round of applause as well. Any text messages from the owner, from the 5-man panel since the final whistle?
I haven't checked my phone yet, to be honest, but I'm not expecting anything tonight. I'll probably get a good luck or well done text, hopefully. I'm sure I'll get that, but who knows other than that.
What more do you have to do to get the job on a full-time basis? You put your cards on the table, you said you want it, you're delivering the results as well, and last year out of the bottom 3. What more have you got to do?
I mean, there is nothing more I can do at the moment. You know, we're doing everything, and hopefully I get the job. I won't change what I'm doing. The approach will stay exactly the same. I understand this process. that's being put in place, and I respect it, and I'll just keep doing what I do until I hear differently.
And that getting actually climbing out of the bottom three, that must be psychologically huge to the players in there.
Fantastic. It sounds like nothing, getting out of the bottom three, but it's massive.
It's the first step on a lot of the.
I took over. We'd had 7 league games and had 1 point. Now we've got 13 points from the 7 games since I've taken over, which is, the players have been brilliant, and I think they deserve full credit for that. But it's great what they've achieved in a relatively short space of time, really.
Just describe where the morale was at when you took over to where it is now.
I like to think it's a much happier place now. I don't really want to comment on what had gone on before, but certainly since I've taken over, there's a lot of smiles. There's a lot of hard work that takes place, but I want big beaming smiles around the place, and that's players, supporters, staff, everyone.
And when it comes to smiling, this man leads from the front. Kit, thanks for your time. We wish you well. David, thanks ever so much to you as well. Just have a look at what's coming up your way on Sky Sports tomorrow. We're in the Den for Millwall against Cardiff. Can Slade make it 3 wins out of 3 midday Sky Sports 1? The Fantasy Football Club follows us here on Sky Sports 1. Jason Roberts is the guest. Well, Charlton threw everything at them in the second half, but the first time since the end of August, Fulham are finally out of the bottom 3.
Enjoy Sky.